nervous, huh? After I finished my university studies, I went back to Hong Kong to start my career. And I got an investment advisor job in RBC Dominion Securities, the investment arm of Royal Bank of Canada, the largest commercial bank in Hong Kong branch. So I started to build my business, and after several years of hard work, I already established several hundreds what we call high net worth clients. They are very rich, wealthy, so I make a lot of money for them. So I started to build a very good business in financial industry. Enjoyed a very, very handsome income. But I did not have time and financial freedom because I was very tied up. When I worked, I enjoyed my income, but I stopped working, my income stopped. So I started to look for other opportunities, and then afterwards, in 1993, I met Mrs. Waters, and she introduced the business to me, New Skin business, and I started on a part-time basis. So when I started, there's many male. In fact, you see, this is Jacqueline Zhang and this is Teresa Gao, and they are the two biggest lines that we have in non-benefit organization. When I joined Mrs. Waters, she already have 12 front lines, G1 executives qualifying. So it's qualifying Blue Diamond. So I joined her. I supposed to be her 13th executive LOI. I joined it in July, and then I submitted my LOI in August. So, but afterwards, she invited me to. I have a nickname. You see, 12 females. So 12金钗, in the ancient Chinese drama. 12金钗. So what do they call me? They call me 13少. Okay. 13少, the 13 prince. Okay. But later, Mrs. Waters invited me to be her business partner. So I roll up because she wanted to prove to people that this business can be for male and female, young and old. This is what she said. And a lot of people are very envious about me because I'm an instant Blue Diamond. But that's no fun because people expected you have a very, very a good experience and capable, but I did not have any experience. So initially I worked very hard and I got a lot of setback behavior, but I insisted to move on. The first BOM that I conducted with Mrs. Waters, a lot of people put high hope on us. So how many people? 58 people. 58 people is equal to 580 people right now, just like that. At that time, 58 people are very, it's a huge group, right? So in the next BOM that I conducted, how many people? Well, this is multiplying, it should be 100, right? Yes. Finally, it's only 8. Okay. 3 of them invited by me. Why? Why there's so many people, so few, not fewer? Because I did a very, now CPOM, the first POM, so nobody dared to invite others to join in the next meeting. So setback, but I did not quit. I just started from zero and to learn with a humble attitude. So I already went for a lot of challenges. So those rejection, those setback is nothing. Okay. Anyway, so we became the first Chinese Blue Diamond in 1993. We were recognized on stage at the time. And then after that, we started to build a business. And a lot of challenges like 1997, the Asian meltdown, the financial crisis in Asia. And then 2000 is the technological burst. In 2003, what happened in SARS? But our paycheck kept growing and growing. And finally, we came up with a conclusion. This business is recession-proof and crisis-proof. Mm-hmm. Okay. So at the same time, in the year of 2000, Singapore market opened. So we started to build a group in Singapore. This is Andrew Fan. Now he's the president of Greater China. I'm also Antonia, another senior New Skin officials. In 2001, Malaysia opened, and 2005, Indonesia, and 2003, China market opened.
Wow.
China market opened in 2003, and I decided to go full time in 2002 because our check growing bigger and bigger, and also I need to spend more time with the leaders to develop the group and fly around. So I decided to go full time in 2002. This is our Chinese the team, the Chinese leaders in China. And then we became the $5 million circle members in 2005. Okay, so and then 2011 became the $10 million awardee. Okay, now I would say going back to our journey. In fact, during Nu Skin, you came to Nu Skin business. What are you looking for? Look for residual income,
Yes.
better quality of life, time freedom, financial freedom. So if this business, if you can see the business, it is a big future, correct? So today I'm going to share with you the experiences how to become the 1+100.
Yes.
Correct? You know everybody, how many of you understand what is 1+100? Please raise your hands. Okay, some of you don't understand. Now 1+100, that means we build 100 executives in an organization. Why do we need to build a 1+100? Because your business is not just buying and selling. In fact, it's nothing wrong about buying and selling. No matter what business you are doing, there must be some transactions.
Yes.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong. Okay? But the business is, if you rely on the doing buying or selling on the individual effort, there's no point to doing this scheme because it won't go big.
Yes.
Doing business is to build an asset, build an organization, and build a global network based on the training and developing a good group of leaders, and work together with you. And this is the point.
Yes.
So the more executives in your group, the bigger the paycheck is going to be, and the bigger the network is going to be. Okay, so this is called leverage. Instead of one person doing 100%, why don't we have 100 people with the same goal, same target, and everyone gives out 1%. So same production. But if everyone gives out 100% of efforts, it's 100 times production.
Yes.
But you don't need to pay them, and you don't need to pay the overhead and things like that. So this is the beauty of the business. Okay, according to our journey, going back to our journey, Mrs. Waters and I, the first paycheck that we received from Nu Skin is 720 Hong Kong dollars. That is less than 100 US, so it's very small. If you say this is very small and then you quit and you didn't assist and build, wow, so you won't see the big result afterwards. So what we need is to have a long-term vision. Mrs. Waters joined this business. She has vision, and a lot of people didn't understand what's the meaning and the power of the direct selling, but she did. She just believe. Belief is very important. Belief is you realize something that you haven't seen it, but you believe it will happen. If you can see it and then you do, that's not a belief. Right? So with doing business, you have to have a belief. And then, later I will show you how to develop the 1+100. So there's a lot of milestones in Nu Skin. Let's say Blue Diamond Executive, Hawaiian Blue Diamond, now we call Team Elite, and also MCA, 5 MCA, 10 MCA, and 20 MCA, correct? MCA is $1 million circle members. As the cumulative income has surpassed or reached 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, and 20 million US dollars. We worked hard. In fact, in the first 2 years, Mrs. Waters did it by herself. She started the business in 1991, and I met her in 1993. So if we say we really work hard, that is going back to 1993. And we got our $1 million circle member title, the milestone, in 1998. 1998, so about 5 to 7 years. Let's say 5 to 7 years, that's 6 years. So in 1.0, that is What is 1.0? 1.0 is the first 25 years in Nu Skin history. Steady growth, very traditional way of doing things, healthcare and skincare products. Okay, and Mrs. Waters and I went through this journey. So going back to that period of time, usually on average took 6 years to become MCA. That is accumulated income surpassed or reached $1 million. You may say that, okay, if I don't do Nu Skin, I can still earn $1 million. There are a lot of people like that, right?
Yes.
Professionals, lawyers, doctors, businessmen, or insurance agent, or stockbroker like me, correct? But what is the difference between traditional career and Nu Skin? Well, traditional career and Nu Skin is, if you reach $1 million and you need to grow to another, next milestone is 5 million, you will work harder and harder, and you will give up your health, and you will pay a heavy price, and you'll be more and more tied up. You don't have time, financial freedom. When you Nu Skin, if you reach 1 million, and then we will reach from 1 million to 5 million, well, we will become more and more relaxed and more fun and even healthier and faster. I'll tell you what, let's say if you take a look at our story, 6 years to become 1 million, right? But in what year we became 5 million? 2005. So that means in the first 6 or 7 years, the first 1 million, and then we take the same number of years from 2000 to 1998 to 2005, is 7 years, correct?
Yeah.
7 years is not another 1 million, it's another 4 million.
Wow.
You can see the multiplying effect. So don't just be affected by the small paycheck that you received in the first 3 months. Or give yourself 1 year, 2 years to build. And then after 2005, and then when did we get the $10 million circle member? That is 2011. So from 2005 to 2011, what happened? How many years? 6 years to get another 5 million. So it's also faster.
Yes.
This is 1.0 speed. Okay? But even with 1.0 speed, it can be quick and fast. So what is 2.0? 2.0 is Nu Skin started in 2008. After, in fact, in the 2009, after 25 years, Nu Skin said that we decided to go into a new era, 2.0, because with H-Log, top-notch science, and also the move from skincare and healthcare to anti-aging business. There's no competition. There's no, we are second to none. So Nu Skin said we will have a big growth. So in Greater China, the strongest growth would be in Greater China and Southeast Asia. And then Mr. Andrew Fan, the president of Greater China, said that our company will grow. We have a 5-year plan. From 200 million US, even though you are not good at figures, you can write it down. I'll just show you the path. 200 million US dollars annual revenues in 2009. And Andrew Fan said that the Greater China will grow 5 times. That is grow to $1 billion US dollars in 5 years. That is by 2014. But what's the result? In fact, at the end of the day, Nu Skin reached 1.3 billion in 2013, 1 year shorter, 1 year ahead. This is 2.0. Okay, so what happened to 2.0? 2.0, okay, that's 2.0. Where are we now? We are now in 3.0. 3.0 is Nu Skin. It's going to take us to 3.0, go to Fortune 500. Go to Fortune 500, that means in global revenue is now is a 3 billion. About 3 billion is global revenue. So in 5 years' time, we'll go take us to 25 billion. That is one of the Fortune 500 company globally. So 8 times from now. So if you go together with the company, you can see how big your paycheck and how successful your career can be. You have 2 options. One, you can be a consumer, observers. You sit on the sidelines and clap hands for other people. Okay, at the end of the day, you become more beautiful, you become healthier. It's nothing to do with your quality of life other than that. But if you become the players and you jump into the the trend and then go with the trend, and Nu Skin will take us there, because no matter whether we join it or not, Nu Skin will definitely reach Fortune 500 in 5 years' time. So if we are going to become a player and build our group, 100 plus 1, and then do the BDM, become star, duplicate star, multiply star, we all will become the winners. Correct? Okay, this is 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. 1.0, 1.0 is persistence. We represent 1.0. We persist. And then Mrs. Swart said, persist, persist, persist. 坚持，坚持，再坚持。Never give up. Okay, 2.0 is explosion, big jump. 3.0, create history. There's nothing is impossible. Okay, and also we run very, very fast. So in the 3.0. Okay, so you understand the history?
Yes.
Okay. So now we are going to tell you what is the 1 plus 100. More?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so how to build the 1 plus 100? Okay. In fact, doing 1 plus 100 is not an individual effort. There's no way that you create 100 executives by yourself. You have to do it with the whole group. With the whole group is, number 1 is mindset. Mindset, 99% is about the mindset. 1% is the skill. That's very true. Skill is just experience. If you focus on doing the right things repeatedly, sooner or later you will master the skill. But if you don't have a big reason to do, you don't have the big why, W-H-Y, why to do the Nu Skin, you will never move. And even though you put it with effort, once if you face a few rejections, you will quit very easily. So you have the big reason why to do Nu Skin. I do Nu Skin because of the financial freedom and the time freedom. I just told you that. Mrs. Waters did it for achievement because she was already very well off. And after 22 years partnership, we already reached $10 million circle members, okay? So money was already there. Money is not the reasons that motivate us to move, to continue our journey. So what is it? Right now it is the mission. The mission is we are already very successful, but what we know that around us, a lot of partners, they also want to become successful in Nu Skin. So this is a mission based on our experience, to help them, to empower them, to enhance their quality of life with the Nu Skin platform. So that's a mission that motivates us to come here, because Mrs. Waters and I love you all.
Wow.
Okay. I have lots of reasons that not come here, because I need to take care of Mrs. Waters. I need to wait for Mrs. Waters' operation, and then after that, she may take a few months to recover. So, that's I can decided not to come here until the end of this year. But I know you people are working very hard, and also a lot of Gen Y. Joining Nu Skin to different groups. So I see the momentum here. So that's the responsibility that come. So if the higher ability you have, the more responsibility you do have. That's what the Spider-Man said. Yes. And in fact, doing Nu Skin just like Spider-Man, because we build the network. Spider-Man is building the network. True. And then it's red in color, so ruby, yeah. Yeah. Everyone is Spider-Man. Okay, so very important, very important. So find out your big why. you find what your dreams are. You have to have your dreams core desire. So whenever we face a setback, so you can rely, maybe go to the uplines to ask for help, ask for motivation, but your uplines also have a lot of downlines. You cannot rely on your uplines to motivate you. Okay, if they call you every day, you may not like it. Right? You see, feel a lot of pressure. Don't force me. If you force me, so I quit. Same thing. I die for you. I die in front of you. But that's no point, huh? You have to have your own reason to move on. You have to learn how to recover quickly, and by the self-recovery. Okay. All right. So fine. You have to figure out why you do New Skin and why you need to build your 101 plus 100. Okay, when you build, that means you build your team, your organization. So if you start doing 100 plus 1, that what is 100 plus 1 is that, let's say at the end of this year, let's say December 31st, compared to December 31st, 2014, you have the growth of 100 executives in your group. If you do this, you cannot count, okay, 89, 90, 91, 92, there's no way you can count. Because a lot of factors will change in you, and some people, so suddenly have for some reasons, they don't go on and quit. So forget about counting. But what you need to do is to do the BDM. If you want to become 100, you know what is the meaning of 1 plus 100? What does 1 plus 100 bring you? How many of you understand? Raise your hands. No, I can just show you some figures. Okay? One executive is 3,000 points, correct?
Correct.
3,000 points. And then 3,000 points, New Skin give you 5%, correct?
Yes.
So 150 US dollar, right? 100 US, 50 US dollars. If you look at these figures, will you continue to do New Skin?
No.
No, but if you know that this is just the beginning, this not if we maintain as an executive, you may as well receive income above 1,000, 2,000. Okay, and we won't treat it as a life career. But what the power of the business is to, if you have 100 executive here, 100 times 150, how much is it? Is 15,000 US dollars a month. Isn't it wonderful?
Yes.
Yes.
It's great, huh? So 15,000 a month, so times 12 is 180,000 per year. Annual income, 180,000. That is the power, beauty of 1 plus 100. If you look at this, is it worth your time and efforts to build?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, correct, definitely, huh? But have you ever thought of how much, we are building an asset? Doing New Skin is not doing buying or selling, although buying and selling is part of the business. The beauty, the key is to build an asset, and then this asset will generate a residual and passive income for you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Okay, but with this amount of income, you know how big your asset is? You are owning New Skin, you are owning an asset New Skin business. Anyone has a calculator? If 100 divided by the, so it is 3.6 million. That means you are holding an asset like a luxurious house or super luxurious apartment, 3.6 million US dollars asset. How do you calculate it? Because 3.6 million US dollars times 5%, how much is it? It's 180,000, correct? So in front of you, you have two options. Number one, you can accumulate, work very, very hard, like PhD. What's PhD? I 趴喺度啊。Chinese will understand what I'm saying. Okay, it's doing exhaustively and things like that. 3.6 million, you accumulate, you save 3.6 million US dollars, and then you buy an apartment, buy a house, and then you receive 5% rental. 5% rental is very high already. Actually, it's only 3%. Even 5%. So This is option 1. Option 2 is you spend 2 to 3 years to build 100 plus 1. You build 100 executives in your organization, new skin, and then you receive 180,000 per year. That means, same, you are owning an asset of 3.6 million. So which one will you choose? Option 1 or option 2? Which one is easier? Only a few of you are answering. Of course, it's option 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what about, but if before you reach 1 plus 100, so set your target to build 1 plus 30 first. 1 plus 30. In Greater China, that's the company's guidance. If you want to build one, if you decided to build 1 plus 100, so build 1 plus 30. That's 30 executives. So Spencer, just now JC mentioned Spencer Choi, our new 10 MCA awardee, Spencer and Lily. With his group, there are 6 to one of the big group, 6 to 7 accounts, 1 plus 30. Okay, let's say 1 plus 100. So 30 executive, how much income did 30 executive bring you? 30 times 150 US dollar, it's 4,500 US, correct?
Yeah.
Not bad, 4,500 US. And then times 12. This is per month. Times 12, calculator, and what help? That is per year.
54,000.
It's 30,000, correct?
54.
54. Okay. 54. Right? 54,000. So that means how big the assets are you owning? It's 1 million. Right? 1 million US dollar. So even you build 30 executives in your group, you are owning an asset of 1 million US dollars. Is it worth your time and efforts to build?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you build 30 executives? Do the BDM. This is you. What is BDM? In Cantonese, it's 成創翻成，升創升翻成 become star, duplicate star, and multiply star. So if you become star, right? 4 executives in the G1. This is you become a star, so this is B. And you help your G1 to become a star, so you create a star, you create this. So this is become D. ED. And this, you help your G2 to become a star. So this is M because multiply. So you become a star and you develop a star and you multiply star. It's very simple. But how the multiplying happens? If everyone do the B and D, the M will come automatically. That is the multiplying. If you do the BD, B becomes star, D is duplicate star, and this one is to become star and duplicate star. So multiplying happens.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. In conclusion, it's not one person's effort. It's the whole team effort. So we want to do 1 plus 100. Everyone in the team, everyone in the organization has the same goal, same mindset, same target, and do the BD. And the multiplying will come. If everybody do BD, it's very fast. So this is 4 executive, and this is 16 executive, and then 60, and then 64. 4, 16 is 20. Even though each one develop one executive, there's already 30. You see? You see the power? Okay. So, and also, if you think that 1 plus 100 is very far away from you, you will never reach there. Because it's so far, right? It's out of touch, right? Out of touch. But if you think this, if you realize that 1 plus 100 is just the beginning of your journey, and this is the right mindset. It's just the beginning. There's more to come. Okay? And also, you know the new skin every year, they have the success trip. What is the meaning of the success trip? Success trip is to bring you to a nice place to enjoy good food, good entertainment, or beautiful scenes, take good picture. Is that right? No. I'm sorry. In fact, the success trip where to go is not important. Dubai or Europe trip, or next one is a Europe cruise. What about in the past? Japan last year? Okay, in Hong Kong, in Greater China, we went to Bulgaria, we went to Dubai. It doesn't matter, because every one of you can spend your money and to go to a luxury trip, right? But what's the meaning behind the success trip? It's the qualification. Whether for those who are qualified to go to the success trip, they must become star, and then duplicate star. And if everyone can become star, duplicate star, it will multiply star. That means the success trip is a platform to guide us to do the BDM, and the key is to build an organization that can help us to enjoy the residual income for the rest of our life. Okay? Got it?
Yes.
So if you cultivate, if you communicate with your downlines, when you talk about the success trip, don't focus on the entertainment. Don't focus on the good food. Don't focus on the where to go. Focus on the real reason and the spirit behind the success trip. Give you an example. In Greater China, a lot of people, when New Skin announced 2014, the success trip will go to Dubai, everybody was crazy, was excited, because they are, wow, Dubai is a nice place. A lot of people fight for the success trip because they want to enjoy. But after the trip, what happened? Some people dropped. They cannot sustain and survive because the mindset is, okay, after they enjoy the trip and they go back, they stop working. So, but in fact, the success trip is, the meaning of success trip is qualify. If you set a target, to qualify for the success trip 3 years in a row, and also not only just become star and duplicate star and multiply star, and you educate your whole group and everyone do the become star, duplicate star, and BDM, everyone's doing the same thing. So 3 years in a row, you become MCA, I tell you. In the past, in the 1.0, one MCA is, we take 7 years, 6 to 7 years, just now I told you. But in 2.0, 3.0, you can become MCA in 3 years. Part of it comes from the BDM, and also every 1.5 years we have the LTO, right? LTO in Southeast Asia, the U-Span. In Greater China, HLOC-me. So you leverage the company's the platform and also the program, and also you go with the same rhythm of the company. Correct? Okay? So that is, you understand the key. Okay, so you